It's been so long time since the last episode, and honestly, I have probably forgotten what my boat even looks like. I mean, do I even still own a boat? The only evidence I have is the relentless stream of invoices from the marina. But let's rewind back to the summer of 22, where our story unfolds with a boat sporting a broken propeller and who knows what else. Picture this, I'm stuck in the middle of the season, torn between fixing the boat and embarking on a 23 nautical mile adventure, which is planned within 2 weeks. What would you do in my case? So, I jury-rigged the swimming platform with a backup outboard motor, so I grabbed the trusty, easy starting vintage Yamaha engine just in case, and prayed to the boating gods that we wouldn't sink. At least it's working now. Next thing on my list was to do a quick prop check, to make sure it's still in place. I also decided to get a gasoline-operated water pump for possible emergencies. But it seemed to work best as a noise and smoke generator, preferably to be used on someone you really won't annoy. Our inflatable dinghy, deflated, was stored in the galley for possible emergencies, so I pictured we would at least be able to reach the shore in it. That is, if we manage to pump it fast enough in case the boat is sinking. The alternator belt was occasionally slipping, and since I really don't like a high-pitched noise and a smell of burning rubber, it was replaced along with the water pump, belt and engine oil. The previously leaky diesel fuel return lines have been replaced as well. I will need that fuel for the trip. Now let's move to Anggur, the cozy coastal city where our kids were ready to roll the waves in a sailing competition. Normally we would roll in with our trusty motorhome, but this time we thought let's do it in a different way. And now comes the classic dilemma: safety or speed? The eternal tug-of-war of every adventurer. We could either opt for the scenic route, hugging the coastline, blue line in the map, or we could take a straight shot to our destination, red line. Sure, it meant venturing farther from the safety of the shore, that would be the shortest way, 23 nautical miles only. Piece of cake, right? Well, maybe not for our poor boat, still recovering from its near scrapping fate. Let's hope it's up for the challenge. I diligently informed the Coast Guard via radio about our daring departure to conquer the waves, but alas, all I received in return was a sweet sound of silence. Either my radio decided to go on strike, or the Coast Guard's communication system was taking an unscheduled vacation. Regards if the boat will survive, we were very soon to find out. Just one final check on the steering wheel, and we were ready to embark on the adventure. It was a bright sunny day, with an air temperature reaching 30 degrees Celsius, and once we were underway on Daugava River towards the Gulf of Riga, everything seemed just perfect. That is, until the moment I noticed the engine coolant temperature has reached 90 degrees Celsius and turned on one of the cooling fans. The newly replaced alternator belt was sleeping as well. Meanwhile, the rest of the family simply enjoys the trip by being outside on the deck, completely unaware of what is happening below. Fortunately, the belt stopped sleeping eventually, but I was not sure, was it because it's working as expected, or it's simply torn apart already. After a while, seemingly out of nowhere, some thunderstorm clouds appeared, and weather slowly but certainly was getting worse. Our sea adventure was far from being over, as we were only halfway to our destination. As the tempest threatened to unleash its full fury upon us, I decided to quickly dash back into the engine room to check the propeller shaft to make sure we do not have to rush back to the shore already. Fortunately, nothing was out of the ordinary. And then it started, with strong gusts of wind, rain and waves going from all directions, no matter how the boat course was set. Despite all this, the boat handled everything just fine, which cannot be said about all our crew members, such as our Yorkie named Rocky, which had put on its life vest already. With everyone below the deck, and myself holding strongly onto the steering wheel, there was no filming done, just a couple of photos, which I took through the open doors when the rain subsided. As soon as it started, the bad weather suddenly improved, and after a while the water was calm again, and we were floating calmly like in a river, finally approaching our destination. But as you can see in the map, from the wrong side, so we took some calls with the harbor master to get some navigation tips. But finally, 6.5 hours later, by taking the shortest route, experiencing unexpected weather and some technical issues, I was finally able to step on the dry land. Well, maybe not immediately, as Rocky managed to overestimate its ability to jump onto the shore and fell into the water, and I had to jump after him. Unfortunately, this is all for today's episode, and see you in next one!